Jefferies Show. I'm Jim Jefferies, and like most easily triggered libertard cuckbags, I'm sceptical of the NRA. Last week we learned that they helped spread conspiracy theories after the Parkland shooting, and they came out against the Violence Against Women Act because owning a gun is every convicted abuser's God-given right. Seems bad, but maybe I'm missing the upside. Like I said, I'm a libertard cuck. I wanted to keep an open mind, so I looked into the NRA. And did you know they used to be more than people who just trolled shooting victims on Twitter? It's true. They used to be a legitimate sportsmen's group.
The NRA started all the way back in 1871 when a couple of Northern Army veterans from the Civil War decided that Northern boys ought to learn to shoot as well as their Southern counterparts.
That's what the North wanted to learn from the South? Shooting? You could have learned something practical, like how to whittle a piece of wood into the shape of a naked woman so you could masturbate. But don't it. That's how you get the splinters. Fool me twice. In the early 1900s, the NRA wanted to broaden its demographics, so they started marketing to kids, like this ad from 1920. Every regular boy needs a gun to develop his manliness. Or this 1950s ad offering a 50-cent junior membership with every purchase of a Red Ryder air rifle. So the message is, we want to teach kids that guns aren't toys while selling guns like they're toys. What else did this ad agency work on? Hey kids, this Christmas be sure to ask Santa for a Ziploc helmet. Or the amazing highway costume. Dress up like the road, then jump up and surprise drivers. In 1956, the NRA thought, what else do kids love? And they published a comic book. It's a great read. It opens on a kid accidentally shooting his little brother. Yeah. Common household problem. We've all been there. And as a punishment, they send him to a gun camp where he learns that shooting has the best safety record of any sport. I guess we already forgot in page 1 that he shot his brother. The best safety record of any sport? I think the NRA may have made that fact up. I've never heard of a bullied loner taking out an elementary school with a cornhole bag. The weird thing is, in its early days, the NRA really did advocate for common sense gun laws.
In the 1930s, the NRA worked with the government to limit the traffic in guns, especially where, say, ex-convicts or mental patients were involved.
If I could travel back to the 1930s, I'd tell the NRA to keep it up. They're doing a great job keeping guns away from dangerous people. But also, if I could time travel, I probably should shoot baby Hitler. And for that, I'd need a gun. And that, my friends, is the time traveller's paradox. And I'd also invent the slinky. But even into the 60s, the NRA was in favour of gun control.
Fast forward to the Civil Rights era. The Black Panthers were openly and legally arming themselves in the streets of Oakland, California. Then Governor of California, Ronald Reagan, with the support of the NRA, restricted its open carry laws with the Mulford Act of 1967.
Ah, OK. Now they supported gun controls because they were scared of black people. See, sometimes you can racism your way into a good cause. Maybe if we start calling oil Arab juice, we can finally solve that climate change problem. The price of Arab juice is through the roof. If it stays like this, I won't be able to go on vacation. That led to the NRA's next big stroke of marketing genius, selling fear. For example, there was this delightful ad. Should you shoot a rapist before he cuts your throat? Sorry, I'm a little confused by the question. He's a rapist, but now he's cutting my throat. So is this before or after the rape? And also, where's the gun in the scenario? Was I holding the gun the whole time? And if so, why didn't I shoot him during the rape part? Did I start this argument? There's a lot I don't know, but to answer your question, yes. Another decade or two of selling themselves on fear and racism, and that brings us to today's NRA.
To the Ayatollahs of Iran and every terrorist you enabled, listen up. You've never met America. You haven't met the swamp folks in Cajun country who can wrestle a full-grown gator out of the water. No, you've never met America. And you ought to pray you never do. I'm the National Rifle Association of America.
That's Charlie Daniels, the devil went down to Georgia guy. Why, what does he care about guns? He killed the devil with a fiddle! A fiddle! Which is what you call a racist violin. We should just give everyone a fiddle, and instead of wars, countries can just challenge each other to fiddle duels. Though, I guess in that case we'll be at the mercy of the Asians because they have the Suzuki method. It's unstoppable. But assuming we can avoid a fiddle war with China, which I assume is the only Asian country, it's fiddles for us all. It's our right as Americans.